A crew of excavators from the University of Lund in Sweden is toiling away in Egypt near the Nile River. They have been working hard in what is likely to be a quarry that has been around for thousands of years, and their efforts are set to pay off. Hey guys, and welcome to our channel. In this video, we will tell you about what scientists explored recently links to Egypt. Let's get started. The gang is currently discovering something significant, and while they do not yet know what it is, they have a strong suspicion that it is connected in some way to one of ancient Egypt's most well-known kings. Yet, during his administration, he rose to prominence and became one of the most famous ancient Egyptian kings. The fact that his tomb was discovered in 1922 by the British archaeologist Howard Carter is the primary reason for this. The artifacts found in the tomb drew the general public's attention, and ever since then, the pharaoh has been a topic of fascination. During the 18th dynasty of ancient Egypt, which took place between 1549 and 1292 BC, at some point, Egyptian construction workers started to make greater use of sandstone as opposed to limestone, and the former could be found close to Jebel el-Silsila. This change in construction material usage occurred at some point during this period. This rock was retrieved from the ground and fashioned into stone blocks known as talabots. These blocks were then used to construct several buildings in prominent locations throughout ancient Egypt. The stone extracted from the Jebel el-Silsila site was used to assemble several buildings in ancient Egypt. It is thought that stone from Jebel el-Silsila was utilized to construct the bulk of ancient Egypt's most important temples. This includes constructions at Luxor, Karnakombo, and Medinet Habu, and at the quarry itself, shrines that have been found, which have been raised by the people running operations there. The main god of Jebel el-Silsila is the crocodile deity Sebek, who was believed to control the waters, and was also linked with the power of the Egyptian leader's military strength and fertility. This includes construction at Luxor, Karnak, and Medinet Habu. Sebek was frequently portrayed as having the body of a man but the head of a crocodile. Jebel el-Silsila covers more than 7.5 square kilometers of space and is the center of an archaeological project that began in 2012. Lund University in Sweden is the institution that is carrying it out, and archaeologist Maria Nils and her husband, John Ward, the assistant director, are in charge of it. It has been determined through excavations at Jebel el-Silsila that the location was originally more than just a quarry. Workers and their families resided in that location. Experts have discovered tombs, sculptures, and even the skeletal remains of people. For instance, the group disclosed in December that they had located the skeletal remains of a male individual. He explained, "We're sitting in this soup, so to speak, of human remains. There is no way to see them at all in the water, so everything is done by touch." They found an acropolis that housed adults and children, implying that the site was once a place with many people. The crew at Jebel el-Silsila had made another remarkable discovery 2 years earlier. In a couple of months leading up to the announcement of this burial location, news of other findings had also begun to spread. After that moment, the group working on the research announced to the outside world that they had discovered a particularly unique variety of sphinx. Traditionally, a sphinx is a legendary creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human. Although they are depicted in various ways, they were a significant component of ancient Greece and Egypt's cultures. One of the best known and best preserved examples of a sphinx is found in Giza, and it is known as the Great Sphinx. It should not come as a surprise that it took considerable effort to locate everything. Yet, the sphinx's head was an unexpected find. Most sphinxes have the heads of humans, but this particular creature was a cryo-sphinx, which means it had the head of a ram instead. In addition to this primary sphinx carving, the researchers also uncovered a smaller figurine. The same carver may have worked on this smaller carving as a practice piece. As he reigned over ancient Egypt in the 14th century BC, the country was at the pinnacle of its strength and wealth. During his tenure as ruler, which spanned 40 years, most of the country's most significant structures were erected. Tutankhamun was just 8 or 9 years old when he was elevated to the position of pharaoh. Although he did little during his reign, He did succeed in reviving Egypt's ancient religion and opening up the temples. As was previously mentioned, the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 marked the beginning of his incredible legacy. When Lord Carnarvon, engaged with the discovery, passed away young, a strange myth circulated that the Tutankhamun's resting site was cursed. This caused news sources all over the world to go insane. The majority of the individuals who participated in the search for the Tutankhamun survived for a considerable amount of time following the finding. Nonetheless, even though Howard Carter is rumored to have referred to the concept of a curse as Tommy Rot, others still believe it. Only after his burial site had been identified was it determined that he shared a close relationship with the subsequent pharaoh. The fact that the recent discovery at Jebel el-Silsila was most likely created during the reign of the younger pharaoh is sure to fascinate many people. The giant Creo sphinx that was discovered at the quarry weighs more than 22,000 pounds. According to Assistant Mission Director John Ward, who spoke to Live Science about the discovery, it appears to be similar to other sculptures that were discovered at the Temple of Kansu, which is located close to Jebel El. One question that comes to mind is whether or not the statue was left behind because of a shift in political authority. There are still many mysteries to be solved regarding ancient Egypt at the Jebel el-Silsila site. Uncovering additional information would benefit our understanding of this significant society. For instance, learning about how they extracted stone from the ground might teach us something about the culture as a whole. That's it for today. We hope the video was fun for you. What do you think about this finding? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and share our videos. Don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to our channel to get regular updates.